I was training to become an MBIT trainer. So I'm an MBIT coach, an embraining coach. MBIT is the multiple brain techniques. So
multiple brain techniques, okay.
Yeah.
And you're a coach.
Yes, I'm a coach. She was completely blind. अच्छा, जब हमने उसको गोद लिया तो उस वक्त हमें बताया गया कि ये नहीं देख सकती. मैं 2-3 डॉक्टर्स के पास इसको लेके गई. फिर एक डॉक्टर, दो डॉक्टर्स ने कहा, डॉक्टर खालिद वहीद ने, डॉक्टर खालिद महमूद ने, कि 3 साल की उम्र पे इसका कॉर्निया ट्रांसप्लांट होएगा. पहले एक कॉर्निया आप ट्रांसप्लांट करेंगे किसी और का लेके, फिर वो आंख सी देंगे. मेरा तो गेम ही चेंज हो गया ना. ग्रीफ, वो 7 stages of grief, void, everything went. I had this angel of a man for 50 years.
Hello everybody, Assalamu alaikum. My name is Zara Noor Abbas Siddiqui and I welcome you on a beautiful episode of Can Baby Presents What Mom Sends. The person that I'm sitting with right now has baffled me with her experiences, her personality. I am literally in a rhythm of her own. She is not only a mother to 2 beautiful biological sons, but also 2 beautiful foster sons and a beautiful adopted lady, baby girl, Noor. I'm so proud and I'm so honored to be interviewing her because मैं उनकी बहुत फ़ैन हूँ, उनके काम की तो हूँ. मेरे पास मैंने बचपन में बहुत ज़ोर से देखा है, बट उसके साथ साथ जो वो काम फिलैंथ्रोपी करती हैं पाकिस्तान में, जो वो बच्चों के लिए काम कर रही हैं, उसके लिए मैं बहुत ज़्यादा खुश हूँ. एंड आई एम सो ऑनर्ड टू हैव हर ऑन द शो. Please switch the camera to my favorite Nadia Jamil.
Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.
वालेकुम अस्सलाम.
I'm also a fan of yours.
नहीं प्लीज आप ये नहीं कहें, क्योंकि मैं तो आपके होने से, आपकी पर्सनालिटी से इतनी ज्यादा इस वक्त आप कहते हैं ना एनर्जी मैंने आपकी ले ली है.
Stand Up Girl was revolutionary for Pakistan and your energy is also.
Thank you so much.
Lovely.
Actually it was Kashif Nisar, the writing, and then Suhail Ahmed साहब. वो तो सारे वो जब बस एक प्रोजेक्ट में आते हैं तो. But how are you?
I'm good, alhamdulillah.
Back from Paris.
Back from, it was Cancun in France, which is near Bordeaux in south of France.
Okay.
And it was this absolutely beautiful estate जहाँ पे it was my dream world. बस खेत और दरख्त और बिल्लियाँ और वहाँ पे I was training to become an MBIT trainer. So I'm an MBIT coach, an embraining coach.
MBIT
is the multiple brain techniques. So
multiple brain techniques, okay.
Yeah.
And you're a coach.
Yes, I'm a coach, and now I'm a trainer, so I can make coach. I have my first coach training certification in Karachi in coming up on the 7th.
So people can join and sign up?
Yes, it's 4 days and you become an embraining coach.
Achha, so why this now?
मैंने ना कैंसर के बाद मुझे बहुत शदीद डिप्रेशन हुई. और मैंने देखा कि मेरी अपने नफ्सियाती जो हालात है ना, उनका असर मेरी औलाद पे बहुत पड़ा. मेरी सैडनेस या जो भी है, मेरी जो भी कश्मकश थी, एंड मेरे पे भी बहुत पड़ा. एंड आई डिडंट नो हाउ टू बी रेस्क्यूड. इट वाज कोविड, आई वाज इन अ बबल, आई जस्ट कम आउट ऑफ अ कोमा. आई वाज sad, I was weak, I was feeling very lonely, very sorry for myself. And turning to God over and over again, turning to God and saying, but just send me a line, you send me something. And it was my cousin. She's also suffered, like me, she's also suffered trauma in her childhood. And I was a wreck, and I said to her, she's a master coach, and I said to her, I need you to help me, I need you to coach me. And she goes, no, I'm not going to coach you. I want you to go and do the coaching training. Go and do it. And so मैंने कहा मैं लंदन बैठी भी, कहती ऑनलाइन होती है, there's no excuses.
Yeah.
तो मैं सुबह 5 बजे उठती थी, क्योंकि यहाँ पे 9-10 बजे क्लास शुरू होती थी. 5 बजे मैं उठती थी और I would just sit in front of that computer and zone into that world, and it transformed my life. NLP transformed my life. It transformed my children's lives.
I'm sorry, can you please be clear? What does NLP stand
So
for?
NLP stands for more words. Neuro-linguistic programming. Neuro यानी दिमाग, linguistic language programming behavior.
Okay.
कि आपके जो अल्फाज हैं उनका इस्तेमाल आपकी behaviors को और आपके एहसासात को कैसे शेप करता है. तो
पाकिस्तान में इस चीज़ को समझा भी जाता है.
It's amazing. And I promise you this, everybody who's done that course, everybody, like Biranaha, their life has changed.
Of course, absolutely.
Their life has changed from like 360-degree turn. And then I said, okay, no, it's not enough. I need more. फिर मैंने मास्टर कोच किया, मैं मास्टर कोच बनी, हिप्नोथेरेपिस्ट बनी, टाइमलाइन थेरेपिस्ट बनी. टाइमलाइन थेरेपी होती है जब आप अपने माजी को सामने लेके फिर रहे होते हैं. माजी को वहाँ होना चाहिए जहाँ होना चाहिए. Then I did MBIT. I just wanted more. And when I signed up for MBraining and the MBIT course the first time, they rejected me.
Why?
Because I wasn't emotionally well enough. I was just too vulnerable.
But you were done with NLP?
I just finished NLP. I just finished NLP. But still, I was just still raw and still wired.
Vulnerable?
Very vulnerable. Very vulnerable. And they said, no, you need to be...
in one place. You're all over right now.
Just wait. Just wait and do it. Try again later.
Was it too much information given to you and your brain was not being able to process it?
No, actually not at all. I think I gave a lot of information in MBIT. And because when you're vulnerable, I think you... And I actually, I tend to give too much information anyway. Because I honestly, my entire premise in life is inviting people into my life consistently. But that was not inviting people in. I was falling apart all over everybody. And MBIT फिर बहरहाल मैंने किया. और जब मैंने MBIT किया, मेरा तो बस दिवाला निकल गया ना. मैंने कहा ये क्या है. फिर मैंने कोचिंग संजीदगी से करनी शुरू की. NLP तो मेरा बेस है, लेकिन MBIT is the model and the modality that I really turn to because it makes, as it's fabulous as a parent. It's something I can teach my children, not only my children who are my children, but the children I work with.
But ये सब तो आपने अब किया ना. But your relationship with your firstborn, who's 22, mashallah, right now.
Yeah, alhamdulillah.
How has all of this impacted your relationship with him? वो कहता होगा best of everything अब नूर को मिल रहा है.
Yes, he does say it. Both of them say it. ये अच्छा है. You know, but I think all of us, I mean, I also, you know, my parents, all of us as parents, we make mistakes. And we all make mistakes, the best of us. ये हो ही नहीं सकता, कोई manual नहीं है parenting की. And I think I was a very playful mother. I was 29 when I got married.
You don't mind if I sit like you?
No, please.
You're so comfortable.
Achha. I was 29 when I got married. I was 30 years old when I had my son. And Zara, I wanted to be a mother since I was 16. 16.
Want to be a mother.
I was working at orphanages since I was 17. And Ali and I, you know, we took our good time. I was 30 when I got married. No, 29 when I got married, 30 when I had Raku. And interestingly... Rake Ali Ahmed.
Rake, oh wow.
So Rake Ali, and when around that time when Rake was born, all of these big offers from, you know, other countries and this exciting stuff was coming my way. You know, I was...
oh my God, you're acting.
Us waqt, a lot of stuff was coming my way and I just turned everything down. Everything down.
Why?
Everybody, my husband, my parents, everybody, even my father-in-law said, "Aap karein." Ammi was like, "मैं साथ चली जाऊंगी shoot पे." And I was, इतना सा वो था, and मेरा बस नहीं चलता था कि वो, you know, I was feeding him, and I knew I wanted to feed him the full 2.5 years. Wow. And it was just, I knew that this is a point where I make a choice about the kind of mother I'm going to be, and the kind of, this is, you know, I think working mothers and mothers who work, it's essential to do that. It's essential to work. It's essential for you. It's essential for your children. But I think the kind of work that was coming my way, it was either I choose that ambition
or
मेरा दिल नहीं मान रहा था और मेरे फैसले हमेशा यहाँ से होते हैं. ये मेरा जो हुक्मरान है ना, मेरा दिल है. जनरल
तो दिल तो लेकिन फिर बहुत गलत फैसले भी करवाता है.
हाँ करता है, लेकिन दिल का फैसला फिर जनरल साहब के पास आना चाहिए। फिर
वो
जनरल साहब स्ट्रेटजी बनाती हैं,
कि ये होगा।
फिर जनरल साहब स्ट्रेटजी सिपाही को भेजती हैं। अब
सिपाही यानी
गट
गट।
That
we
is
were
where
just
your
talking
action
कि आपके 3 brains
Yes,
होते हैं,
that is
कहाँ
the
कहाँ
brain. So you have multiple brains, but the three main intelligences where you have actual neural networks or neural synapses हो रहे हैं वहाँ पे. One is your head brain, which is your creative brain.
Okay.
And सारा यहाँ पे processing होता है, meaning
The
assign
conscious,
होती है.
subconscious, everything.
This is your heart brain, your cardiac brain. लोगों के जो दिलों के ट्रांसप्लांट होते हैं ना, तो जिसका हार्ट आपको मिला है, आपको उसकी बहुत सारी feelings, memories. There's amazing case studies. I'll tell you about them later on. Amazing case studies. And then the gut brain. And the gut brain, by the way, the gut is where 85% of your happy hormones, ये जो होता है ना डोपामिन, ऑक्सीटोसिन, लोग इसमें ना तो नशे में पड़ जाते हैं या उनको एक्सरसाइज चाहिए या चॉकलेट चाहिए, डोपामिन किक चाहिए. 85% of your happy hormones are in your gut, in your microbiomes, in your अंतड़ियाँ.
तो फिर इसका मतलब ये सच है कि जब पेट खराब होता है तो गलत ख्वाब आते हैं?
बिल्कुल डू लिसन टू योर गट. पेट की सुनो बहन.
Seriously?
पेट की सुनो. हमारे कहते नहीं थे कि हर बीमारी पेट से शुरू होती है.
Yeah.
एंड
मर्द की दिल का रास्ता पेट से.
और कई लेडीज का भी.
Same. Yeah.
So it changed my life. It changed मेरे बच्चों की ज़िंदगी बदल गई. मेरे ख्याल में मेरे में मैं बहुत बेचैन रूह थी, बहुत चुलबुली थी, लेकिन बहुत बेचैन थी. मेरे में एक तहम्मुल आ गया और एक सब्र आ गया.
और राके को वो बेचैन माँ मिली. राके
को तो एक बावली माँ मिली ना. 1 मिनट खेल रही है, उछल रही है, दूसरी मिनट चीख रही है, तीसरी मिनट कलाबाजियाँ खा रही है, फिर खेल रही है, फिर गुदगुदियाँ कर रही है. ओवर ऑब्सेस्ड. मतलब मैंने सुलाना है, मैंने नहलाना है, मैंने खिलाना है.
क्यों?
I don't know. I think he became राके. मैं इतनी बेचैन थी, इतनी बिखरी हुई थी. मैंने अपने जो भी बचपन से मेरे मेंटल हेल्थ इश्यूज चलते आ रहे थे, मैंने उन पे काम नहीं किया हुआ था. और फिर राके आया, और राके एक एंकर था. मेरा जिंदगी का पहला एंकर मेरा बेटा था, जिसकी वजह से जिंदगी दोबारा. ही एंकर्ड मी. ही गेव. मेरी जिंदगी में उससे पहले कोई मकसद नहीं था. मैं बिखरी हुई थी. अली मिला, ठीक है, शादी हो गई, ठीक है, बच्चे हो गए, ठीक है, प्रोजेक्ट एक बार हो गया, एक्टिंग आ गई, और कुछ आता नहीं था, कर ली. कोई एम्बिशन नहीं था, कोई गोल्स नहीं थे. ही बिकेम द सेंटर ऑफ एवरीथिंग. दिस इज़ नॉट हेल्दी. दिस इज़ नॉट द वे आई थिंक इट शुड बी. अब मेरे ख्याल में नूर का जो कॉन्फिडेंस है वो इसलिए है क्योंकि नूर इज़ इनक्रेडिबली इम्पोर्टेंट टू मी. I think she's the love of my life in many ways. But she's not the end all and be all. My children are no longer the end all and be all. They are not. And I think I've learned.
That's after how many years of motherhood?
Oh my God. I was 50 when I figured that out. I'm 52. So 20 years of motherhood. And 20 years of being a very obsessive mother. And also a mother who not an emotionally stable mother. मैं emotionally stable नहीं थी. तो it's very important कि आप खुद अपने आप को पेरेंट करके पहले एडल्ट बन जाएं, ताकि कमरे में 2 बच्चे ना हो. कैंसर के वक्त तो मेरा 13 साल का बच्चा मुझे संभाल रहा था. मुझे मिर्गी थी, मुझे दौरे पड़ते थे. जो मुझे दौरा ख़त्म होता था, एक हाथ से उसने प्रेशर पॉइंट पकड़ा हुआ है जो कि उसको सिखाया हुआ, दूसरे हाथ से फ़ोन पे गेम खेल रहा है. ठीक है, सही हो गया.
उसके लिए इतनी
अब मुझे
दस्ती
चाहिए. मुझे एक दस्ती मीठा टोस्ट चाहिए. दस्ती. And he taught me ये कोई बीमारी शिमारी कोई चीज़ नहीं है. उठे. There's nothing. You're not sick. Get up. And it's now I realized when I'm not sick anymore. मुझे ना दौरे मुझे मतलब अब पहले जो रोज़ पड़ते थे, अब साल में एक पड़ता है या 2 पड़ते हैं. बिकॉज हमारे जो एहसासात हैं या हमारे जो गम हैं, हमारे जो भी दुख दर्द ट्रॉमे हैं, ग्रीफ है, पावे हम याद रखें ना रखें, हमारा जिस्म उनको ज़रूर याद रखता है. कैंसर भी अगर मैं सोचूं क्यों हुआ, कैसा हुआ, वो सारा गंद जो है कालीन के अंदर बरस किए जा रही थी कि नहीं सब ठीक है, चहकती हुई हाइपर बांदरी, नहीं सब ठीक नहीं है. आप रुकें और आप सोचेंगे क्या ठीक नहीं है.
And then for that you have to meet your inner child.
You have to understand, मेरे में खौफ बहुत था, मैं एक बहुत खौफज़दा लड़की थी.
Why so? Your father was giving you such great freedom.
He did.
इतना प्यारा भाई, तो फिर किस
I think मेरे जो साथ what happened to me as a little girl, I think that really affected me. So it happened from the age of 4 to 9, and it happened regularly. So that, and then it created a pattern where I allowed abuse to happen. I just allowed
But
abuse.
you would also, that's the thing, you have to forgive yourself for it because you didn't know it better, na?
बिल्कुल, absolutely.
You didn't know that it was abuse.
And now I have no emotions because alhamdulillah जो भी मैंने टेक्निक सीखी हैं and NLP से, hypnosis
से,
जो भी हुआ मेरे साथ बचपन में, उसके साथ कोई भी फीलिंग नहीं अटैच.
शुक्र अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह.
और मेरा अपने इमोशंस के ऊपर ना एक बहुत अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह बहुत प्यारा रिलेशनशिप है मेरे. आई मेक माई मैप, आई मेक इट, आई एम द मेकर ऑफ द मैप for my emotions and where they're supposed to go.
If your kids are vulnerable, do you map it out for them also?
I want to,
but
not now. I did for Rakib, I think, but not now.
But उनकी तब choices भी अपनी.
I mean, it depends on them as well. I think Raki जो है मेरा अब I can see him, alhamdulillah, 22, and he is all heart. He's a heart. Abu used to call him my heart boy, my Abu. And he is in our family the most conservative. सबसे conservative. राके वो है कि मामा ये
दुपट्टा सीधा करे, बड़ा है ना?
हाँ, मामा ही. तो so he is the most conservative. His father is not like that. At all.
But you were telling me because of his father, you've also become very conventional.
I think because of, maybe. I don't know what it is. My husband's family is conventional.
Okay.
So maybe Ali himself is not conventional at all.
Yeah. Hearing about him?
Not at all. Ali couldn't care less. Ali is that person कि I'm gone 1 week, I'll say, dude, अब एक हफ्ता हो गया, are you missing me? तो his जवाब will be, यार जो दिल में होता है उसको मिस क्या करना है? Like, सीधा फटाक जवाब. So he is somebody who is so strong. Emotionally, he's so strong, alhamdulillah. And it's only when he is vulnerable and he opens up to me and exposes that I need you now, I'm vulnerable.
But how is it possible कि आप लोग एक ऐसे इंसान से मोहब्बत करते हैं who's not come out of you?
अली ने मुझे बहुत साफ कह दिया था, no more children. हमारी जो लड़ाइयाँ हुई हैं इस पे, and our marriage was also in a very difficult place उस वक्त. मैं वहाँ रह रही थी लड़कों के साथ
लंदन,
कैम्ब्रिज में. मैंने नूर को बस वो एक पल था जो कि जब वो कुछ चाहता है तो वो करता है. और आप देखें नूर, मेरे जो बाल हैं बिल्कुल सानिया की तरह घुंघरेले बाल हैं, टाइट कर्ल्स. जब नूर को मैंने लिया तो उस वक्त वो गंजी अंडा थी. आज नूर के बाल बिल्कुल मेरे बाल हैं. मैंने अपने इंस्टाग्राम पे एक वीडियो लगाया हुआ है, अपना बचपन और नूर का बचपन लोग नहीं देख पाते कि ये एक कली है लड़की, ये है एक कली है. कौन, हर एनर्जी, her independence, her hyperness
is you.
Is me. It's me, and I cannot explain how Allah works. But my child was born in somebody else's home, and this is how I was to get her. And I think also I say कि देखो तकदीर अल्लाह ताला के हाथ में है, किस्मत आपके हाथ में और आपके फैसलों के हाथ में. यू मेक योर किस्मत अपने फैसलों से. ना मैं फैसला करती यतीम खानों में काम करने, ना मेरे पास एक ऐसी बेटी होती जिसने मेरे पूरे ख़ानदान को जोड़ दिया.
पर अब रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी नहीं लगती बहुत ज़्यादा?
रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी तो सबसे अहम जो थी, जो कि मैं नहीं ले रही थी, वो तो मेरी अपनी थी. बच्चों की क्या रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी? बच्चों को तो प्यार चाहिए.
अगर आप उनको वो एग्जैक्ट चीज़ प्रोवाइड ही नहीं कर सकते,
what can you not provide?
मोहब्बत
वो मेरे में इतना था. वो कल एक सानिया से किसी ने पूछा, तो सानिया से किसी ने पूछा कि आपको खुद झिझक थी बच्चे अडॉप्ट करने से, आप झिझक महसूस करती थी, you felt that you were not ready. लेकिन जब नादो ने कहा कि उसने करना है तो आपने उसको इनकरेज किया. तो सानो ने एक बात की कि I knew what she was capable of. So I know. अब मुझे कोई कहता है ना डायरेक्ट करो, कुछ कैमरे पे टीवी पे डायरेक्ट करो, और क्या मेरा दिल चाहता है कभी कभी ख्वाबों में, नहीं, मेरे में नहीं, I do not feel ready to do it. It's the same thing with children. Some people are ready, some people are not ready. I knew she's mine. If I have a baby now, I will move heaven and earth. I will make sure this baby is happy. You know this as a mother.
Yeah.
वो तो मेरे में कोई डाउट ही नहीं था कि ये ना तो ये सिर्फ कि ये बच्ची पलेगी, ये बड़े प्यार से पलेगी और ये बड़ी कॉन्फिडेंट ये पाकिस्तान की पहली नाबीना प्राइम मिनिस्टर बन जाएगी. और आप ये देखें कि 1.5 साल के अंदर और हाउ इट हैपेंड दैट अली एंडेड अप रेजिंग हर एंड शी वाज 1.5 and Ali called me and said I have a surprise for you. And फोन पे इसने कहा, मैंने कहा what are you showing me? It is my mother, Ali's mother, बीच में नूर है and she's showing them something in a book. मैंने कहा नहीं, मैंने कहा don't do that.
How?
She was seeing.
How?
We were told.
But she was blind.
She was completely blind. अच्छा, जब हमने उसको गोद लिया तो उस वक्त हमें बताया गया कि ये नहीं देख सकती. मैं 2-3 डॉक्टर्स के पास को लेके गई. मेरे एक डॉक्टर, दो डॉक्टर्स ने कहा, डॉक्टर खालिद वहीद ने, डॉक्टर खालिद महमूद ने, कि 3 साल की उम्र पे इसका कॉर्निया ट्रांसप्लांट होएगा. पहले एक कॉर्निया आप ट्रांसप्लांट करेंगे किसी और का लेके, फिर वो आँख सी देंगे, फिर वो आँख खुलेगी और आपने देखना है वो नोचे ना, फिर वो दूसरा कॉर्निया ट्रांसप्लांट होगा. हमने कहा कर लेंगे. नाकामयाब हुआ तो फिर भी साइमा अमार मेरी दोस्त थी, वो पाकिस्तान की इतनी कॉन्फिडेंट खातून थी, वो नाबीना थी, लेकिन क्या वो कॉन्फिडेंट औरत थी. वो मुझसे ज़्यादा, उसको लिपस्टिक पहनना, कपड़ों का ढंग, मैं यूं करके फिरता हुआ एक कार्टून फिर रही होती थी, वो टिच थी. आई न्यू साइमा को देख के कि मैं उसी स्कूल में उसको भेजूंगी जहाँ पे लंदन में आंटी ने साइमा को भेजा था, और ये पाकिस्तान की पहली नाबीना प्राइम मिनिस्टर बनेगी. अली और मुझे इसका कोई नहीं था डर कि ये नाबीना है. कर ले ये कॉर्निया ट्रांसप्लांट्स, कामयाब हुए नहीं, कामयाब हुए ना. लेकिन डॉक्टर साहब ने कहा ये 3 ड्रॉप्स हैं, ये आप ऐसे डालते रहें, ये भी नए आए हैं. वो 3 ड्रॉप्स वो देख रही थी. वो छोटी छोटी लड़कियाँ पहनती है. उसका भी लाहौर ग्रामर स्कूल में एंट्रेंस एग्जाम था, जिसमें हमें नहीं असेसमेंट के लिए हमें नहीं कमरे में जाने दिया. मेरा ये पता नहीं, मैंने कहा आई साइट इज अ लिटिल वीक. इट्स ओके. पास हो गई. स्कूल में मैंने कहा है वो सही तरह थोड़ी सी वीक है उसकी आई साइट, तो सामने बैठती है, बैले करती है. बैले रिसाइटल हुआ ना जब, तो मैंने टीचर को नहीं बताया कि ये इसकी आई साइट का मसला है, बैले टीचर को. तो मेरा हम लोग देखने गए तो उमर मेरा भाई मजाक उड़ा रहा था, तुम्हारी बेटी सबसे बुरी है, सब डांस कर रहे हैं, वो कहाँ मिल रही है. मैंने कहा उसको नजर नहीं आ रहा, उसको नहीं नजर आ रहा. उसको मैंने टीचर को नहीं बताया था, और बाद में जब मैंने टीचर को बताया, शी वाज व्हाई डिडंट यू टेल मी. अब वो अपनी एंटी पहन के फ्रंट रो में, और क्या वो बैले करती है, क्या वो डांस करती है. तो शी इज वो प्यार खींचती है. आप मिलेंगी ना उससे, वो आप देखेंगी. अभी सुहाई मिली, and Suhai's daughter Sashu and Noori are best friends now. Best friends. She's love. I mean, all 3 of them are love, but they're so different. मेरा पहला वाला, जैसे मैंने कहा, थोड़ा संजीदा है, थोड़ा वो कंजर्वेटिव है. बीच वाला जो है मेरा, वो
What is his name?
अमीर वली. वो
मीर वली
परवेज अहमद. मीर जो है ना, वो आइंस्टाइन है किसी किस्म का.
किस पे है?
He's a mix of his dada and his nana. He's got his dada's financial brains and his dada's heart. Raku is a mix of his dad and me. Mir is on his dada and nana. And Choti is just herself. She's just a force of nature. But ये देखिए ना, इतना आसान है.
And you're somebody who did not want to have children?
Did not. No, I wanted
to.
I wanted children since I was 16. I wanted 100 children. I wanted 10 children. For me, कि 2 बच्चों पे रुक जाना मेरे लिए ना एक ट्रॉमा था. And मेरा जो मियाँ है थोड़ा पढ़ा लिखा, he was like, dude, we're not animals. So I was like, nahi, but 3. And then I had a miscarriage.
Yeah.
And then he was so scared for my health. He was like, no, it's not happening. And he wondered. I was like, adoption. He was like, नहीं, पता नहीं नूर थी ही हमारी. मैंने कहा ना आपको, उसने नूर को 1 सेकंड देखा और मैंने कहा, आई एम अडॉप्टिंग हर. you're in, you're out. उसने 1 सेकंड में पकड़ा और कहा, आई एम इन. और उसके बाद I went to Cambridge. She stayed with him. She was his ladli, his baby, his princess. I used to get very jealous क्योंकि उसका पेपर वर्क नहीं हुआ था कंप्लीट. मैं तो आके रोती थी क्योंकि ये मुझे पहचानती नहीं थी कभी कभार. मैं आई हूँ वहाँ से तो
It's great that you had a support system like that. Your mother-in-law let that
My
happen.
mother-in-law was unbelievable. Noor used to call her Amma. And I think मेरा अपना ये है, believe in yourself, believe in your intentions. Intentions are very important. If your intention is true and it's authentic, look, दिल गलत फैसले करता है. जब दिल किसी गलत नीड से काम कर रहा हो, लेकिन मोहब्बत जो है ना एक बच्चे की, वो गलत नीड हो ही नहीं सकती. Loving someone is not a गलत need, and loving someone vulnerable is never a गलत need.
How did your mother react to this?
My mother, the way my mother has reacted to everything I've done in my life.
Which is how?
पेशे खिदमत करो. Bring her on. Now my mother is not a baby person. Now my mother is like, Noor is her oxygen. My mother-in-law calls her tonic and Ammi calls her oxygen. A lot of my friends were very against it. Very against it. तुम 50 साल की हो, वो देख नहीं सकती. तुम्हारी शादी भी is in a strange place. तुम वहाँ रह रही हो, यहाँ रह रहा है.
वैसे बहुत risky decision था.
क्या? अच्छा मुझे बताना, what could have gone wrong?
Divorce.
तो क्या? She would have still received love. And divorce को हमने इतना हवा बनाया हुआ है. Divorce तो हमारा मजहब वो पहला एक मजहब है जिसमें हमारे अल्लाह सुब्हाना ताला ने कहा हुआ है कि if something is not working out and if something is giving you pain, try again, try a third time and then you let it go, move on. तो ये
single parents का भी तो एक trauma है या नहीं?
You can decide it's going to be a trauma, or you can decide, look, why should anything be easy? Why should anything be easy? Was producing our children easy? Hell no. But was it amazing? Yes. The adrenaline rush I had when I was producing my boys, this is what it takes to be the wasila for a human soul, to be the wasila for Allah Ta'ala's work. My body is doing this. The high I was on, मैं तो roller coaster में भी नहीं बैठ सकती.
Same.
But I enjoyed my childbirth, both of them, so much. I found the adoption process much more hard, much harder, much tougher, because other people were judging, am I good enough to be her mother? There's a judge who comes and decides. So नहीं, कोई risk नहीं. देखो, I knew I could earn money. I knew I can support her by myself.
And then women who cannot afford to do that, वो फिर domestic abuse marriages में रहती हैं.
देखें, जब मैं कॉलेज में थी ना, मैं 18 साल की थी, मेरी अम्मा बाबा ने मुझे कोई पॉकेट मनी नहीं भेजी, कुछ नहीं.
Aren't you afraid there's so much about you that you're giving out to the world? Aren't you afraid people might use it against you?
जब अब्बू गए हैं ना, अब्बू मेरे बेस्ट फ्रेंड थे, ठीक है. वो एक चलते फिरते सूफी थे. जानवरों से प्यार, सूरज, चांद, दरख्त से प्यार, पैसा, सब कुछ जो प्रैक्टिकल चीज़ें थी वो अम्मी थी. अब्बू वॉज अ मलंग. जब वो गए, मुझे लगता था कि होता है कि मैं ना उस चीज़ को इमेजिन करती थी कि यार मैं किस तरह सांस लूँगी जब अब्बू नहीं होंगे. मैं एक दरख्त पे थी वेल्स में, एक एतकाफ टाइप सिचुएशन में,
दरख्त पे चढ़ के
in a tree house with no बिजली in the middle of Wales in a forest, एंड मेरी दोस्त आएगी, क्या हो रहा है? ऐसे यहाँ फ़ोन नहीं है, नेट नहीं है. कहती योर फादर इज़ वेरी अनवेल. अबू मुझे बहुत कहते थे आ जाओ आ जाओ, प्रोडक्शन कंपनी खोलेंगे, ये करेंगे वो करेंगे. मैं नहीं आई. और ये दुख होता है मुझे कभी कभी कि मैं नहीं आई, लेकिन फिर मैं देखती हूँ कि मैं आज कौन हूँ. और मैं जो आज हूँ अपने आप में मुतमईन इसीलिए हूँ क्योंकि मैंने अपने आप के साथ वो वक्त अकेला गुजारा और अपने आप को मजबूत किया शोर शराबे से दूर करके.
Were you not present when your father was?
I was there. I spent, you know, when I came in, जब मैं आई हूँ तो वो ICU से उनको कमरे में वार्ड में ले गए थे. मैं आई हूँ ना, अंदर ने कहा ये आ गई है ना, मैं ठीक हो जाऊंगा. मेरे अब्बू, सॉरी, अब्बू वो इंसान थे जिनके साथ मैं खेलती थी. Even as a 50-year-old, you know, I used to jump on his lap, I used to cuddle him, I used to kiss him, I used to sing with him, tickle him, and I have the craziest conversations with him. He was my best friend.
You just told me about something about freedom that he said.
He did. He said to me कि तुम्हारी जो आज़ादी है ना, this is when I was getting married. He said ये एक अमानत है जो मैंने संभाल के रखी थी. Don't let anyone take it away. Don't let anyone, because as a woman, people will make you think twice about your decisions. कि यार तू सही कर रही है नहीं कर रही है, तो तेरा बच्चा है, तेरा कोई no. You respect your freedom that I have taken care of for you. Okay.
And I think this is such a huge thing for fathers who are their daughters' first heroes, first men in their life, to get that validation from a father. It goes a long way for a woman, or even for a son.
Yeah.
It goes a long way.
It does.
आगे के relationships बड़े secure हो
It does.
जाते
And I
हैं.
think the reason why I am married today is because I am married to someone who also believes that. मुझे लोग कहते हैं ना, जब the word इजाज़त does not exist in my relationship, and he and I are best friends. We've been through the craziest, roughest times. But वो होता है ना, मुझे लगता है मैं हमेशा एक metaphor इस्तेमाल करती हूँ कि शादी is like surfing. You keep getting off the board, you keep getting off the board. Now either you can say, you know what, I don't want to surf anymore. I can't do it. Or you get on the board, and if you keep getting on the board, you'll only get better. And you'll be able to, you know, really ride the toughest waves, and then riding the waves becomes beautiful. So I think, and I have to say, if I am married today, it's because of him and his patience and him being the kind of man that he is. And I've been surrounded by amazing men. My brother,
That's
my
actually
cousins, my sons, you know, my brother-in-laws, my father-in-law, who really evolved and changed his own value system and things that he liked and didn't like. You know, Ali marrying an actor and all of that. And not just accommodated it, but used to be like, आप कौन सी स्क्रिप्ट कर रही हैं, आपका काम कहाँ है, क्यों नहीं काम कर रही?
Sweet. My father-in-law was like that.
Yeah.
I used to forget checks, and then he used to message me, मैं आपका चेक ढूंढ लिया है, मेरी किताब में पड़ा है. And I'm like, अब्बू मुझे तो याद भी नहीं था वो check.
What blessings. And this is something that अब्बू के ना जाने के एक हफ्ते बाद, मैं उनके कुल थे 4 दिन बाद, मैं बहुत रो रही थी. और मेरी I was told by somebody that there was a lady whose 15-year-old son died. And when the son died, a Saudi, an Arabic lady, and when her son died, this Pakistani woman came ताज़ियत के लिए, और वो रो रही थी, पिट रही थी सीना. After a while, वो Arabic औरत ने कहा, can I see the gold bangle you're wearing? So उस पाकिस्तानी औरत ने फ़ौरन उतार के gold bangle दे दिया. अरबी औरत ने पहन लिया. थोड़ी देर बाद कहती है, ask me to give it back to you. So the Pakistani woman said, can I have my bangle back? She said, this is what has just happened with me. Now I could say, please don't take it. I feel like it belongs to me now. It looks so beautiful on my hand. Don't take it. I will feel sad. Or I could say, you trusted me. You just took it off and gave it to me. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala trusted me with this angel for 15 years. अब उधार वापस देते हुए, I'm not going to howl and cry. I'm going to be grateful. मेरा तो गेम ही चेंज हो गया ना. Grief. वो 7 stages of grief, void, everything went. I had this angel of a man for 50 years. And now, for as long as I'm alive, I have these memories that bring up emotion in my eyes, that bring love in my heart, that make me laugh. You know, I have the songs we sang together. I have the loris I sing to my daughter and my sons that he taught me.
But the physical aspect, obviously.
He said this to me. लड़की अभी तो तू मुझे मिल रही है ना, and it's physical. My smell, my touch, my godi, my voice. This is the most shallow part of me that you get. अगर तुम अपनी इबादत में कंसिस्टेंट रहोगी, अगर तुम अपनी इबादत में कंसिस्टेंट रहोगी ना और अपने मेडिटेशन में, you will meet me at another level, बेटी. And I swear to you, Zara, my relationship with him now, with no body, with no smell. Yes, I miss this and I cry for it. But the relationship I have with him now, with the essence of what he's left, his blood keeps my heart pumping. My mother and my father's blood, my nani, nana, dadi, dada, their blood is keeping me alive. It keeps my sons alive. Their stories will keep my daughter going, you know. So, alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah ना, ये शुक्र जो है ना, ये एक चीज़ के लिए नहीं आप कर सकते. ये एक एटीट्यूड है. और ये एक ऐसा एटीट्यूड है कि आपने सोचना है कि कैंसर हो गया है, कोई फौत हो गया है, टांग नहीं है, बाजू नहीं है, जो भी है, शुक्र अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह. And I think watching the Palestinians, it just reiterates this same thing, this tawakkul, that what I have is already too much.
I can't even watch those videos anymore. I can't, like, and I feel like हमारे कुछ बोलने से भी, I don't know, फर्क पड़ता है कि नहीं पड़ता, because it makes me so angry to the children. There's an entire generation. The future is finished.
Yeah.
And I don't even know, like, we can't say anything about it. And then जो मुझे weird लगता है is that this part of the world is fine.
No, totally quiet.
And fine also.
Totally quiet.
And for somebody, जहन्नम शुरू हो चुका है. दोज़ख हो चुकी है शुरू.
But we are fine with begging children. We are fine with Sharag, where a town where boys are regularly raped, where the little boy will come and tell you, बाजी मैंने ट्रक ड्राइवर बनना है क्योंकि ट्रक ड्राइवर्स have one boy. कानों में तो रोज़ बाजी लड़का बदलना पड़ता है. नॉर्मल, हंस के. हम वो लोग हैं. हमने इन सारी चीज़ों को नॉर्मलाइज किया हुआ है. हम वो लोग हैं. तो ये तो बहुत दूर की बात है. ये तो फिर भी एक और मुल्क में हम टीवी पे देख रहे हैं स्क्रीन के. हम वो लोग हैं कि एक बच्चा भीख मांग रहा है बाहर, ये नॉर्मल है. ये एक बात नॉर्मल है. ये नॉर्मल नहीं है. बाहर अगर एक कुत्ता भी पड़ा होता है ना सड़क पे, तो सब कहते हैं कि इसको कुछ, यार कि क्या है. If that child is begging, no, you don't give that child money. You talk to that child. You ask that child, what do you have dreams? Let me tell you how you can fulfill your dreams. Let's talk about it. Tell me what's happening in your back. Do you want to hear a story?
That takes huge courage also and dedication also. Not everybody is like you.
It takes 5 minutes to tell a story. It takes 2 minutes to talk to a child and give that child significance. And अहमियत. उसको अहमियत दो. Me and Ali Junaid were sitting and, having a meeting. 4 kids are outside. It takes 1 second for you. Call them in. मेरे मेहमान आए हैं, इनको आप खाना दें. क्या हुआ है? Not only are they eating and they're well fed, अहमियत. It takes 1 minute. It's not मुश्किल. How मुश्किल is it? Keep coloring books in your
bag.
लंडे से तो 10 रुपए की मिलती है.
Yeah.
बांटो उनको. They don't want to color with them. When I'm sitting and they're coming, I'm like, let's color. I'm not going to give you money. We can eat together and I can color with you. It takes.
अब तो न्यू एज टाइम में किसी के पास
अपने कंफर्ट जोन से बाहर निकल जाओ यार. सारे अपने बबल से बाहर निकल जाओ. देखो फ़लस्तीन में जो हो रहा है वो हम नहीं चेंज कर सकते. दुनिया हम नहीं तब्दील कर सकते. हम नहीं कर सकते. मैं ये कहना छोड़ दिया है कि आई होप Palestine is free. I hope Pakistan has a child protection. I don't use the word hope. I have realized it's a useless word. I now say, I wonder what the world will look like when Palestine is free. What will it look like? And then I talk about that world. And I imagine that world. And I say it out loud. I wonder what the world will look like when Pakistan has a child protection system where everybody says, why is this child begging? This is not on. I wonder what that world will look like. How can I be a part of that vision? And then I just zone in and do the work. Because all your life is about is the work you do. Amal, 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 amal. The actions, the frequencies you're creating. That's all. Otherwise, we're nothing. Who's going to remember us in 100 years? Nothing, you know. We're nobody.
Well, you're going to be remembered for sure.
Why? So what? Who cares? I mean,
because
you know, when I'm under there, and when the chuntis are feasting, alhamdulillah, on my eyeballs and my ears, and the trees are growing from the soil that my body has left, alhamdulillah,
I will. प्यारे trees होंगे because Nadia Jameel के trees होंगे.
I will inshallah ये दुआ मांगो कि अल्लाह मुझे माफ़ करे जो मेरी गलतियाँ हैं जो मैंने की हैं, और इस बस स्टॉप से जब मैं आगे गुजरूंगी, वो जब सफ़र मेरा होगा, उसके लिए अल्लाह मुझे तैयार रखे कि ताकि मैं उधर अपनी जगह अपना मकाम बना सकूं और अपने अब्बा के पास जा सकूं.
Inshallah. I don't even know what to do, where to take this. You are so, your smile, your presence is so infectious. Your energy is so infectious. I have a fun segment though. Should we play?
Yes.
Yeah, it's called the Can Baby segment.
Okay.
And oh God, after such intense. Tell me what's one of your most favorite memories from the previous life?
Rake's birth. Amir's birth.
That was eons ago.
That is the happiest. I was overjoyed. I could not get enough. I was in love, madly in love. I think that was a very happy memory. Kahan. White water rafting in Kahan was also a lot of fun.
Oh wow.
White
water rafting.
Yeah.
Asha, what's your comfort food and go-to movie?
Mashed potatoes, aloo gosht pulao. यार food का मामला मेरा बहुत वो है. Mashed potatoes with a good steak.
Acha, what's your favorite movie?
I have many favorite movies.
Are you a murder mystery person?
Not at all.
No, Acha.
No, I'm a chick flick.
Date night.
I work with too much misery and pain in my. So there's chick flicks. I loved A Room with a View. Okay. I loved A Room with a View. I loved Chudiyan. Loved it. I saw it like 150 times.
Titanic?
Too sad. I can't watch sad endings.
Yeah. But with Noor now you can go all over back to that.
Yes, and chick flick watching with her. Mean Girls. I can look forward to that. Inshallah.
I actually look forward to that. मैं नूर जहाँ को भी Beauty and the Beast दिखा रही थी और उसके साथ वो गाना गा रही थी Belle का जगह कि मैंने कहा I will live it all again. Acha, what makes you a proud mom? Something that your children are doing right now?
Kindness. Seeing my boys and Noor being kind just fills my heart with joy.
And also that your son said कि उनको 18th birthday के लिए gift चाहिए था. He wanted to be
NLP
practitioner.
Yeah, I think that the fact that there's such kind people.
That's so beautiful.
There's such, and they're big bodybuilders and like.
Yeah, you said I have to drop him at gym and.
He's that big boys and the bodybuilders and the. लेकिन I remember मैं एक जहाज में थी हम लोग. And traveling, I get a bit like, and I couldn't see him. And I'm like, Khachar mila, and I couldn't see Rake. And I'm like, wait, where is my son? Where is my son? And the steward said, it's okay, we'll find him, relax. After a while, he said, is that your son? And we were sitting the last 20 minutes. At the end of the row, पीछे जाके, किसी खातून का elderly lady was traveling with all her luggage and Raku was holding it and holding on to her and he was इशारा करोing me कि just मतलब like his father कि ड्रामे ना करे मैं आ जाऊँगा.
That's so sweet.
Yeah. So that just kind.
That is so sweet.
That I'm very proud of, how kind they are and how loving they are. Noor is a great Jaffi master.
Acha, what is one thing that is not taught in schools and now you think that सिखाना चाहिए?
Kindness.
Again, kindness.
Kindness to the mahal, kindness to each other, kindness to yourself, kindness and self-love, self-respect.
Yeah, self-respect and self-love. Oof. Acha, which movie characters do you relate to with yourself in real life?
God. Have you ever seen My Fair Lady?
No, I haven't.
Okay, My Fair
I've heard of
Lady.
it.
Have you ever seen Sita Gita?
Yes.
I'm Sita and Gita.
Hema Malini's film,
Yeah.
right?
So I am the Sita
And the Gita also.
and the Gita. I've been the Sita pre-NLP and now I'm the Gita.
Yeah.
So I relate very much to that.
Okay. What would you advise moms who have girls who are about to hit puberty? And what's the right way to educate your kids about menstruation?
I think talking to your children, especially your daughters, about their bodies is extremely important. I mean, Noor अब 3 साल की हो गई है और अब 5-6 महीने में good touch, bad touch, we started talking about already.
वो तो बहुत important.
You know, private parts,
3
good
साल
touch,
की
bad
age में,
touch.
mashallah, very good.
Yeah. Because, you know, she's going out. She's now going to school. She needs to know that, you know, nobody should look or touch at your private parts only, except Bibi Ma. We wash and clean. And Dr. Saab when we're checking with Bibi Ma. So she'll say it very proudly. This is my private part. She'll say it, you know. And from like Sabina Khatri, we've learned, Kiran Foundation की Sabina Khatri, उन्होंने हमें सिखाया है कि what did you do today for your mental health? You know, I smelled a flower for my mental health. And so she's very...
And what did you do for Allah?
Yes. What did you do for Allah? What did you do for your mental health? What do you do for your body? And what do you do for yourself?
Body के लिए
What did you do for Noor? हाँ, body के लिए मैंने jumping की trampoline पे, मैंने exercise किया. नहीं, कभी कहती मैंने broccoli खाई, अपनी body के लिए मैंने broccoli खाई. Broccoli. Yeah. I think, what was the question again? I think it's really important to be. It's just a rite of passage. It's the most natural thing in the world.
And you should be open
and
to talk about it.
And also teach them. This is wonderful. This is a wonderful thing that's happening. Because imagine, I mean, this is not something your daughter needs to be told, but at that age, actually, she even can be told. If this was not happening, then you know you'd have to have a tougher route to have babies.
Yeah.
So this is wonderful. It's great. I mean, you know, and basically these are eggs coming into your body every month.
Yeah.
So, and sometimes it can be painful, and we can deal with, you know, pain relief. You just let me know when it's painful, and we can deal with that, and we can sort it out.
So an open conversation, really clear conversation.
Yeah, and it's conversation, celebrating it. Not hi, meri hi, honte, siyapa pe gaya hai. No, it's, you know, because it was always a high attention, you know, school mein bhi. And I was in an all-girls school.
Chup ke khaki lifafe
और मैं
mein
convent
band
में थी, all-girls school में थी. क्यों tension? भाई, everybody is going through it. No, my daughter is going to be like, if there's a stain, do let me know. Chill. And just teach them to celebrate their bodies. There is so much censorship and so much thing about a woman and her bodies. I couldn't even talk about breast cancer openly, you know, for the longest time. So I think that's it. Just allow her to celebrate the day, celebrate the moment, give her the practical trips, you know, take things and let her go play squash.
How do you practice self-care?
I think prayer and breathing techniques. Breathing. I come back to my breath. Whenever my attention, I really truly believe that takabbur ke baad, the biggest guna is distraction. So
takabbur ke baad, the biggest guna is distraction.
Yeah. Distraction is what, you know, causes us to distracted by our sadness, distracted by the phone, distracted by what's going on in other people's lives. No, bring your attention back, bring it back to yourself, and bring it back to what you really want to do. What does your heart desire? What does your head think? What does your gut need? Bring it back.
So what's like your go-to thing if you're stressed?
Breath. And shukr, alhamdulillah. When I'm really, it's difficult to get me stressed now, but I used to be really like, shukr, alhamdulillah. But also I do still have a tendency of being my nervous system, my autonomic system is very sympathetic. It's up there. You know,
yeah, same.
So I need to take some breath sometimes to just
calm down.
But it's great that we're up there. It's great. I mean, it's beautiful energy.
And so how long could you go without your phone?
Oh my God, endlessly. No,
Huh?
I was up in a
Yeah, dream.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And this one I know how you met your spouse. 14 years.
या मैं क्या शादी थी
हाँ.
हमारे घर के बाहर ना वो आई मीन लुक एट मी टेलिंग एवरीबॉडी हमारे घर के बाद ट्रैफिक जैम हुआ था
हाँ.
और मैं अकरम चाचू को कह रही थी हॉर्न बजाए मैं देर हो रही है मुझे देर हो रही है ब्रैट्स और हिली नहीं थी ट्रैफिक मैंने कहा हॉर्न बजाए एंड मैं बजाई जा रही हूँ हॉर्न सडनली दिस कार डोर ओपन्स और एक यूनानी देवता और मैं पता क्या लगती थी माइकल जैक्सन का बचपन देखा है ना जब वो जैक्सन 5 में था कर्ली टाइट हेयर गोइंग एवरीवेयर मूछे डबल प्रॉन and I saw this I never gone to my kabhi my Ali inspired my first threading visit and then I saw this Greek god come out of this car like this and go just like my heart I'd never felt seen I didn't realize
this is how I feel in front of a man.
ऐसे भी होता है and he was a mix of Tom Cruise meets Ralph Macchio kind of thing I mean I was like oh my god he's just a gorgeous and attitude तो बस फिर मुझे मैं कभी लड़कों की तरह मैंने देखा ही नहीं था पहले तो he turned out to be my best friend's brother's best friend
रिश्तेदारी and then rest is history. Okay, what would you say to your kids if they do the following things? Spend a lot of money on branded items like okay.
They do.
Oh.
Yes, and it makes me want to
kill them.
Yes, my son is not a malang.
Yeah.
No, my son is not like me. No, my sons love branded things and my daughter loves makeup.
No, अभी तो बहुत शौक होगा.
So नहीं, what would I say? I met people. I just breathe.
Be constantly on their phone.
What would I say? Close your phone. Close it now. I think also give them a more interesting. I think I'll have to shock them.
Get trolled by people on social media.
Get trolled.
If they get trolled, what would you say to them?
Whoever's trolling you, give them love and a blessing. Whoever.
How do you
They're
think...
obviously in a difficult place in their life.
How does the Pakistani joint family system impact our kids?
It's a fantastic support system. लेकिन it's very important रहते हुए उसमें कि हम अपने बच्चों को बाउंड्री सिखाएं. And हमें even not living in a joint family system हम लोग boundaries नहीं बनाते. So
boundaries by you mean कि हर किसी की हर advice सुनने की जरूरत नहीं है.
Advice सुनने में क्या है?
हाँ.
You do what you think is right. You do what you believe in. But listen and respect. I'm big on respect. Listen. आपने कहा I have a lot of love to give.
Yeah.
And I reach out and I invite the world into my life. But I'm learning now that within that there is a boundary. So there is a time when my phone is off. You cannot reach me. And I'm not accessible to the world. So boundaries.
Which is such a beautiful way to wrap up my show. That you are not accessible to the world and you should have boundaries and people should be able to respect that.
Yes.
Thank you so much for your time. I love you.
Can I sing you something?
Please.
This is a lori my father used to sing to me.
Okay.
And it's about friendship.
Okay.
And now that...
Are we friends now?
You and I are friends now.
Okay, great.
Like we're officially friends.
Asad,
so are you and I.
This was taped. Okay.
So are all of us, by the way. Sajid, so are you and I. So, okay, this is a song, it's about friendship. Tali de thalle veke, ha veke, a mahiya ve mahiya, a kariye dil diyan gallan. तू मेरा दर्द वंडावे हाँ वंडावे मैं तेरे दर्द नू छल्ला आ करिए दिल दियां गल्लां टाली दे थल्ले वेके वे कौन किसे दा होवे आ माहिया वे माहिया ना कौन किसे दा होवे आ माहिया वे माहिया, इस गल दा डाडा दुख वे। खैर आ चल रुल मिल के बइये ते कवा ते चिट्ठियां लाइया, टाली दे थल्ले वे के हाँ वे के आ माहिया वे माहिया, आ करिए दिल दियां गल्लां।
This is brilliant. Thanks. Please bring the Can Baby hamper.
Oh my
That is so
God.
well deserved here.
My greedy little soul is so excited by the size of this hamper, and Noor's wipes are here.
Yes, and diapers. You will also
Noor's
get them.
diapers are also
Yes,
here.
yes,
Thank
yes.
you, Can Baby.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching this episode. Please tell me, how did you guys like it? Like, subscribe, and share. And yes, keep on watching this show. And lots of love to all of you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Oh my God, this is so exciting and so beautiful
Yes,
and so
yes.
big.
बाकी के एपिसोड्स के लिए click here. Bye.